This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised. New Orleans, famous for Mardi Gras.
One thing when you live in it, you hear me, you gonna die, you hear me?
It's also the murder capital of America. And the rule here is kill or be killed.
Nothing can hurt me, because the next move is death. And once you're dead, you can't do nothing about that.
In the 504, every slaying is shrouded in silence.
No witness, no case, back on the street.
And only revenge can even the score.
If someone killed my friend, then I might have to kill him.
Gangland.
New Orleans, Louisiana. It's like no place else.
You can't really compare it to any other city within the United States. It's like a mystique.
The Big Easy draws more than 7 million tourists every year. Lured by food, fun, and a laid-back lifestyle.
Everything has its own flavor down here, including the streets.
These visitors rarely see the city's dark side.
It's a town of illusion. Nothing is the way it appears.
June 2006. 5 teenagers with alleged gang ties were sitting in a Ford Explorer when out of the early morning darkness, they were attacked.
It's a Fallujah-style assassination, ambush.
The gunman executed the driver first, preventing an escape. He then rained a hail of gunfire on the helpless other 4. Investigators described the scene as sheer carnage.
15 years ago, it'd take 2 hours to do an autopsy because there was 1 or 2 bullet holes in the body. Now it takes about 5 hours because there's 20 bullet holes in the body.
Little bodies couldn't really take too much of assault rifles, And that's the weapon of choice these days.
Word on the street was that the murders stemmed from an altercation over a drug dealer's corner.
They making their money, doing their thing. Then you got some that's gonna hate. You got people that's gonna hate for no reason.
The year would end with New Orleans recording 162 murders, despite having a population of less than 250,000. It made the Big Easy the country's murder capital. New Orleans is ruled by thugs even more ruthless than LA's most violent gangs.
The Crips and Bloods tried to establish themselves here. These guys killed them. Simple as that. Gone. See you later.
We look at gangs like this, it's like a coward move to us. But a gang, it takes 15 people to get in 2 cars and do a drive-by and kill 1 person. In New Orleans, I just saw 1 person kill 15 people.
The city's underworld is run by the Gotti Boys, a ruthless bunch of bangers who claim their bonds run much deeper than colors.
We ain't wearing no red rags, ain't playing no Crips and Blood now here.
Despite the name, there's no connection between the Gotti Boys and famed mobster John Gotti. Instead, the gang took the name because they, quote, get what they want. They're known for their baggy jeans, white tees, and the reputation that there's no one harder in the 504. This Gotti boy, Dio, says they're ready to strike at a moment's notice.
We got a gang. Now, did we responsible for a lot of things happening? Yeah. And anybody that know me or know my people, they know we gonna scratch together. When we gonna scratch, they don't know.
Unlike most gangs, the Gotti Boys don't flash tattoos or use graffiti. They're identified only by their turf.
Pretty much everybody go by the number of their ward.
New Orleans is divided into 17 wards that were once used in the voting process. Now, these wards are simply part of the city's history and the gang's culture. The Gotti Boys rule the 3rd ward.
Probably hold up that many fingers or something like that, or that's it. Ain't no big gang signs and all that.
The 3rd ward is dominated by a cluster of low-income housing projects. The Magnolia, the Callio, and the Melpomene, or MELF. These projects are marked by sneakers that hang from the power lines.
It's just like saying we here, this the hood. And let people know who ain't from the hood, you're entering the hood when you see shoes on a power line.
Each pair marks the edge of a drug territory. More than one pair on a line means that corner is a battleground between rival gangs, disputes that can turn deadly.
I mean, when you be living in the jungle, what you think them bears and them lions and all that be killing for? It's about survival, you hear me? This is a real jungle. It's the MELF.
31-year-old Terrell Cobbins, a.k.a. Uncle Laurel, is considered the landlord of the MELF. It's the only home he's ever known.
That's my project. I'm the landlord. I mean, they behind me. I love the MELF. I've been in the MELF since 1976. You know what I'm saying? My mama water bag bust on the right street. I came out, went in the store, and bought a white tee. And that's just me.
In 1983, at the age of 7, he was arrested for carjacking. 1 year later, he was jailed again for purse snatching.
You know, I'm running a part of the jailhouse where they got cats 4, 5 years older than me. When I made 10 and 11, I was off the post. I was advanced. I was seeing what was going on. You know, killers and all that.
Uncle Laurel's scars and the knife he carries are a testament to years of gangbanging.
We used to be at Wall Tree, you heard me? I've been shot at my heart. I got hit in my stomach. I already told y'all. My leg right here. I got hit right here. I had a shootout with them peoples. I caught one right here, trying to block a bullet.
Violence and silence is the way of life in the 3rd ward. New Orleans police once tested an experimental gunfire detection system by firing off 900 shots into a barrel in the 3rd ward.
We checked with NLPD and we said, how many phone calls did you get in? And the answer was 1.
Gangsters say the code of silence comes from years of mistrust and a belief that not even the law is on the up and up.
Oh man, the police, man, they crooked. And the police, they the real criminals.
Until 2007, Louisiana's law dictated that authorities had to file an indictment within 60 days of arrest of a defendant or drop the charges. The instances of witness intimidation, poor police work, and overburdened prosecutors led to the deadline usually passing with no indictment.
60 days, you're out.
It's a loophole gangs like the Gotti Boys knew how to exploit.
If ain't no evidence come on you, they can't bring it back up. They can't do nothing about that. They got to let it go. So now you got this dude, you know, done killed somebody. Everybody know he did it, but ain't nobody gonna come to court, right?
The law led to a Crescent City phenomenon called the 60-day murder.
People just know what to do and what not to do. And just something that you don't do in the hood. You don't just go talking about what you saw. You just don't do it. Period.
It's a carousel out there. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around.
The New Orleans Police Department declined requests to be interviewed about the Gotti Boys, claiming the city doesn't have a gang problem, only groups of misguided youth. Those who grew up in the projects tell a different story.
In the street, you might get shot at. car gets shot up, there's something bad gonna happen, more or less. You know, you get dealt with, get your issue.
You get your issue like Patricia. I mean, when I catch you, I'ma crown you. Cut you in your cranium, all that. Bake a cake for you. When I stick a fork in you when I catch you, you done daughter.
30-year-old Daryl Odell Bryant, a.k.a. Dio, can't remember any other life.
My whole family tree, it's our gang.
Dio moved to the Melf as a 6-year-old. He made money dancing on street corners in the French Quarter. It went to support his family's drug habit.
My whole family.